This shrinkflation stuff is getting out of control, okay? If there's one thing in this world that I know, it's what a goddamn Big Mac looks like. Are you kidding me? Let's look at the bun to meat ratio. And it's just not a one-off problem. It's on the bottom one too. That is despicable.
With the ridiculous high cost of living and high cost of groceries in 2025, the last thing any company should be doing is putting shrinkflation on us. And if you don't know what that is, it's paying more money and getting less product. And today, we're going to expose some of those companies and how they do this. Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thanks for being here. Today, we're going to look at some of these companies and examples of them shrinking down our products, our food, our health and beauty, and anything else they can do, and still increasing the prices. We get less, they get more. I call it corporate greed. What do you call it? I don't know what you might think, but it is a fact that they are doing this left and right. And we're going to see some great examples of it today. Let's jump into the clips, and you can let me know in the comments section if you know of any examples that have done this, or if you have any experiences, or maybe you work for one of these companies. Let us know down below. That comment section belongs to you. And with that said, let's start with the first clip.
This person wrote that from April to May, they thought that their Premium Plus saltines had gotten smaller. And so they compared them. This person went in one week and got large fries, and then went in the next week and got large fries. So for those of you still getting this one when you order large, this is what you have to look forward to. Simply Orange from 52 ounces down to 46 ounces. And it was not that long ago that these were a proper half gallon at 64 ounces. Now we're at 46. This one on the left was purchased May 8th in Bridgewater, Nova Scotia. This one was purchased May 23rd. Same place, same price, but 100 grams less chicken. Pringles 2012, Pringles 2025. Look at the actual chip. Look at that. This pizza.
So not only has that can of Pringles, the actual physical can, gotten smaller and shorter, skinnier and shorter, it's because they shrunk the size of the chip, which is ridiculous. You're getting a smaller chip and less chips. Way to go, Pringles. Gotta love that.
Now weighs 20 grams less, but look how they changed the packaging to make it seem like this is a very large pizza compared to the size of this pizza. But if you look at the actual packaging, you're missing out 20 grams of pizza. These chips used to be 7.5 ounces, went down to 5 ounces, same price.
But they made the packaging look bigger. They still made that bag of chips look bigger in order to make you think you're getting more product. It's marketing, it's psychology, it's buyer's mentality, and it's greed. It's ridiculous that they go through this much trouble just to, what I consider, scam us out of our products and our food and anything else that we're trying to get. And look, just be honest about it. If you're trying to cut costs, people would be more appreciative of letting them know what you're doing versus trying to be deceptive. But unlike most people, there's, the majority don't look at this stuff. They don't argue this. They don't notice it. And the companies, they know that. They know that most people in America, unfortunately, are sheep who don't pay attention to these things. And they don't know it unless you come here and you find it out from the Rockstarflipper YouTube or social media channels. Just something to think about. Some of these examples are absolutely comical. They're hilarious. It gives me a good laugh, and you're going to see one in this clip. Check it out.
Embarrassing examples of shrinkflation. McDonald's pickles are now thicker than their burger meat. Last one will surprise you the most. Celebration cookies now come with a hidden plastic bump inside. Mott's fruit gummies went from 4 to 3 pouches, and they kept the same box size. Airheads don't even seal the ends of their packaging anymore. This cream quietly shrunk the amount of body cream by adding a hidden smaller tube.
So that's a very common strategy with products, especially food and some of these like bath and health and beauty things, is that they'll edit the packaging, they'll alter it to have little concave, bumps. Gatorade does it at the bottom of their bottle, and that provides that product less room to fit in there. So instead of getting 20 ounces, you get 16 ounces. It saves them 4 ounces, which could be 20% food costs or 20% product costs across the board, but they are able to keep that same exact packaging so it looks the same, but you're not actually getting the same. It's very clever and it's very deceptive.
Trader Joe's packages aren't filled all the way anymore. The pizza used to fit perfectly, but now either the plate grew or Dr. Oetker's pies got smaller. The new Campbell's cans are taller, but carry less soup as a result of shrinkflation. Holding this face cream up to the light reveals a smaller container inside, showing that the cream isn't filled all the way. These mint-thin cookies come with more plastic packaging than actual cookies. These Johnson's baby powder selling half-empty tubs. These Hot Pockets used to extend roughly an inch past the sleeve on both sides. Not sure if my hands got bigger or honey-made graham crackers got smaller. This chocolate packaging makes them seem solid when they're actually hollow inside. These nut packages use a hollow bottom to give you less.
There you go. There's that hollow bottom. I'm going to pause right there as it ends. A hollow bottom, choop, choop, boop. Less product, less food, less peanuts. What do you guys think? Do you have an example? Anybody have an example in their kitchen? Go run and look of products that do this. I'm sure if I go downstairs in my kitchen right now, I will find at least one thing or two things that are actually shrinkflated. Shrinkflated, is that a word? Shrinkflation, shrinkflated, plural noun? I don't know. Anyways, I will find some that are absolutely scamming us. I think it's super deceptive and I think they should stop doing it.
These are some of the craziest recent examples of shrinkflation. Kellogg's using deceptive packaging, making the new box bigger, but it contains less than the old packaging.
There we go again, prime example, taller box, but it's actually less product. So it's, again, deceptive marketing. They can call it whatever they want, it's deceptive. Do you agree? Period. End of story, deceptive. Let me know in the comments.
This is the old one, this is the new one. This new one looks bigger, but it actually just contains the same amount of product and it cost $1 more. This one's interesting because P&G has reduced the amount of fluid from their old bottle to their new bottle. The price has stayed the same. And the amount of laundry it can do has stayed the same. So they must have just, I don't know, taken water out of the detergent. Even worse, this Redditor has found 3 different packages of Tide they've recently purchased. And while the size is getting smaller from each consecutive one, the price stays exactly the same at $20. I will admit it's difficult to see at first, but look at these Campbell's cans of SpaghettiOs. Is there any difference?
All right, let's pause it and take a look. Is there any difference in these cans of SpaghettiOs? So it looks to me 15.6 ounces, 15.6 ounces on the bottom, but I'm not seeing where he's getting the difference. It looks like they're the same. Put it in the comment section as we pause it, what you think is up with these, because I can't figure out the difference other than maybe the opening of the can. I don't know. Let's see what the difference is.
When you flip it around, you'll see that the calories are different. This new one is less, 20 less calories, but why? Okay, let's look at what's inside. Here we have the old package of SpaghettiOs, and here's the new package of SpaghettiOs, but like, where are the SpaghettiOs? There's a lot less. More water. Found this one on mouseprint.org. You can see that the size has decreased from 30 fluid ounces to 22.5 ounces. That's a 25% reduction in size, but the price has stayed the same at $2.49. This has to be my favorite thing when companies just decide they're going to replace product with plastic. It's just an empty space now, but you're paying this.
Same price for that empty space. That's ridiculous. I don't understand why companies think they can get away with this. Oh, yes, I do, because no one's going to stop them. No one's going to say anything. No one's going to do anything except make TikTok videos, but yet still go back to the store and buy and support these companies. Because if you stop supporting every company that did this, you could hardly buy anything that's in the grocery store because they all do it. And that's ridiculous. Look, I mean, just a piece of gum just gone. All the water replacing SpaghettiOs instead of actual SpaghettiOs. People sit around at these companies and figure out what to do to screw us. Is this making sense? Are you guys getting it now? Corporations and billion-dollar companies are literally only out to make money. I get it. I run and own a company. I'm trying to make money, but I'm also not waking up every morning trying to figure out and hiring people to sit around and see in what ways can I screw my customers. That's literally not what I'm doing. I'm waking up and seeing what can I provide to my customers in exchange for money. They're saying, what can we screw our company, our customers with to get money? There's a difference in that. Are you seeing it now? So one of the restaurants that got really hammered over this was Chipotle, and the CEO actually came out and tried to defend his company, saying they weren't committing shrinkflation. But you're gonna see in this clip how they are, in fact, committing shrinkflation, and he's lying through his teeth because he's trying to give good PR. But this did not work out the way he thought it was going to. Here we are with the CEO of Chipotle.
First, I can tell you the portions have not gotten smaller.
You're sure? That's a bowl with extra rice. Walk on this was extra.
What? Bro, what are you talking about?
This is what they looked like before the pandemic.
What's great about Chipotle is if you come into the restaurant and you want a little more rice or you want a little more pico, all you got to do is kind of like...
Did the CEO of Chipotle really just tell everyone that's actually our fault? It's on us to perform a secret, unspoken, socially awkward ritual to get what we actually want and pay for. But what about the almost 40% of orders which happen online and not in store where the customer can't Do you remember when your CFO told on y'all back in 2020 saying that without the social pressure of the customers standing there, all of a sudden order portions are much more precise? When you say sizes are much more consistent for those orders, you mean consistently small, which has now been scientifically and empirically proven by this YouTuber Zachary Smeagol, who ate there for 30 days and tracked his findings. In-person orders are 20 to 25% larger than the same order placed online. And I know
That's 100% correct, because every time I get food from any takeout place and it's delivered here, whether it's Uber Eats, DoorDash, directly delivered, or whatever the case is, it's always less food. I order Chinese food, I get like a little rice, a little noodle, and my proteins. I go into the store and they're packing it all on. This is just like a mental conception factually. When the customer is standing in front of the window or in front of the people making the food, they give you more food to please you. If they're just putting it in a bowl to send it out to your house, you're gonna get less food. And you're gonna pay more money for it, because we've covered that on this channel about Uber Eats delivery fees and all that extra service stuff. So if you haven't seen that video, go check it out on my channel. But that's a fact. Less food, more money to get it delivered. Something to think about.
Oh, they swear the burritos have not gotten smaller, but I think I figured out what actually happened. In 2017, they changed the tortilla recipe. I don't think the tortilla stretches as much as it used to, so they can't fit as much in there. And they used to double wrap it if it was too large. And now they won't do that unless you ask for it. The portion sizes may not have officially changed, but you can bet your guac money how they are enforcing those portions has. And their executives are laughing all the way to the bank. There's a rumor going around that if you have your phone out while they're making your food, they've been instructed to give you more portions. That's not actually true at all, and you're just pressuring high schoolers.
Yeah, and so that one I heard on social media as well. If you go to Subway or you go to Chipotle or you go to anywhere, Fresh Kitchen, any of this stuff where they make food in front of you, if you have your phone out, they think you're filming them and gonna put it on social media, and so for good PR, they'll give you more food. That's a life hack and a tip and trick, but it shouldn't be that way. I don't know, do you agree with that? Have you ever tried that? Have you ever brought your phone out and gone, hey guys, and even though you're not recording, they don't know that and they think you are? It's pretty crafty. All right, let's check out a few more examples of this and a couple more great clips that you're gonna enjoy about shrinkflation in 2025 here in America.
What's the most outrageous example of shrinkflation you've ever seen? I'll go first. A Cadbury chocolate bar used to be 10% bigger. It's gone from 200 grams to 180 grams for the exact same price. You might have noticed that you're getting less bang for your buck at the supermarket. Items are being sold in smaller packaging for the same amount of money. This is called shrinkflation. And historian Stephen Mims says, by reducing the size of, say, a chocolate bar, a food company can effectively charge more for it while avoiding a sticker price hike that could dent sales. So what can you do about it? Well, it's hard to avoid in today's world of packaged goods, unless you can still find a store that sells by weight. You can contrast prices online using comparison sites, and you can buy supermarket branded goods as opposed to the big brands. That way you get more value for your money.
Great tips. So buy stuff based on unit prices, not the actual size of a box or size of the packaging. Look at the back of your products. Look at the serving sizes. Look at the unit price. Look at the amount of units, how many grams, how many ounces. Do all of that and then compare it across the brands, whether it's the store brand or the big brand, and you'll see what your unit price and your per serving price are, and you'll know where your best deal is. Now, you can't stop shrinkflation, but that's a better way to stop just spending useless money for sure. Now, these two guys are gonna show us the chipflation shrinkage on these food items, Doritos and another one.
Chips.
I was waiting for that outburst. It was really like 4.5 chips if we're gonna be totally honest here. 5 chips, it's a little snack bag, but seriously, what is that for like a 3-year-old, a 5-year-old? How are grown adults supposed to eat something like that and take it seriously? Like, it doesn't make any sense, guys.
How many are in there? How many are in there?
Unbelievable. 4 pieces of Cheez-Its. They're not actual Cheez-Its, but cheese snack crackers there. How do companies think they just justify this? And I'll tell you how. Even though this stuff goes viral on social media and gets popped up there, there's no backlash. There's no recourse. People yell about it, they vent about it, but nobody actually does anything to hold these companies accountable for how bad they're screwing us. Maybe, just maybe, these videos will help change it. Oh man, this one is one of my favorite snacks as a kid. Everybody used to rush out to the ice cream truck and get a bomb pop. Check out this guy's take on shrinkflation. I love it. And a lot of nostalgia with a bomb pop. I used to eat bomb pops all the time.
Now, TikTok, look, I grew up on these things called bomb pops. And these things were big as my fist. You talking about shrinkflation? These things are tiny. These things used to be 3 times as big as this, and now they ain't no bigger than a finger. Boy, I tell you, this is terrible.
Well, hold on. Before we go any further, I got some questions and some jokes here. So one, when you were a little kid, when you were like 5, 6, 7 years old, getting ice cream, they were big because you're a kid and everything's big to you, right? And when you get older, things are a little smaller. So if you give that to a little kid, he's going to think that's big. So maybe it's just a mental thing, but I'm sure they've shrunk in size over the last 25, 30 years since I was a little kid. Like 30, 35 years. And bomb pops are not exempt from the shrinkflation category. With that said, it could be a little mental gymnastics there because as a little kid, those things also looked way bigger than what they're going to look now as a grown adult with, a big hand as opposed to, a little kid with a little hand. So we can kind of give them a little break, but I'm sure they've still shrunk. Who used to eat bomb pops as a kid? What else is like a nostalgic item that you loved? Bomb pops were the best. I love me some Sonic, but this one was just some comedic relief I had to throw in here because this guy's hilarious.
Sonic, how am I gonna go to Sonic and pay $2.59 for a small tot and there's only 8? There's only 8. What is this?
8 tots for $2.59. I'm gonna do quick math because 30 cents a tot would be $2.40. So it's like 32, 33 cents a tot, which is pretty steep considering you're getting a tater tot for 33 cents. 3 tater tots for $1. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna pay that under normal circumstances. I just loved his little clip. I thought it was funny. I wouldn't be doing my due diligence and duties if I didn't show you guys a little McDonald's shrinkflation. Everyone's favorite, right? We love McDonald's on this channel. Some of us. Let's check her out.
This shrinkflation stuff is getting out of control, okay? If there's one thing in this world that I know, it's what a goddamn Big Mac looks like. Are you kidding me? Let's look at the bun to meat ratio. And it's just not a one-off problem. It's on the bottom one too. That is despicable. This is officially a call to arms. I can't do this anymore.
So I've seen this with the fish fillets. I'm seeing it with the Big Macs now as well. Absolutely, the burger used to like stick out over the edge of the bun, and now they've shrunk the burgers down. And McDonald's actually admitted at some point, I don't remember exactly when it was in the last year, 2, 3 years, whatever, that their meat portions had shrunk. They got caught, people doing the weights, and they were like, yes, we've had to cut back some costs by cutting the meat portion. So they're just openly saying we did shrinkflation. Speaking of the McDonald's fish fillet, let's take a look at one.
Now they think they slick. I have not been to McDonald's in a very long time, but this burger looks so tiny. This is crazy. This is, Look how tiny that is, you guys.
That's a fish.
You cannot tell me this is get smaller. Now, I know I have large hands, but I get them fish sandwiches. That's the only thing I'll eat from McDonald's. And I know that that size has shrunk. There ain't no way y'all could tell me that's the same bun size, same fish patty size. There's just no way. My hands ain't got larger. They've been big. We also went to Little Caesars and my friend got the crazy bread, and the dipping sauce, the container of the marinara sauce was super tiny too. And I feel like a lot of companies are shrinking down their sizes and still charging an arm and a leg for their product.
Absolutely right, they are, and that's a great point. The dipping sauces, the side things, they are smaller. I actually had some in the fridge and then I got some more and I noticed, I'm like, these are different, same place. And they went from charging nothing in some places to charging $25. The other day, I showed you guys on a video with Uber Eats where they charged us 75 cents for an extra side of dressing or whatever it was, which is nuts, just like the little tiny ranch or whatever it was, right? I got some stuff at a restaurant about a week or two ago, and it was extra marinara garlic dipping sauce for cheese bread, side breads, and it was 50 cents on every single one. So that is it. At my local Lagoon, they do cheese sauce. If you want a side for your cheese fries, it's an extra $1. So and they just give you like a little cup full of it. I'm like, cheese sauce for $1? Yeah, I'll just get some ketchup up front at the thing with the squirt bottle. It's everywhere, guys. Let's go for the trifecta on McDonald's. We covered the Big Mac, we covered the fish fillet. Let's cover everybody's favorite, the ice cream sundae, because this one is wild.
Just drove through McDonald's and got a chocolate sundae for $3.64. It's not even 2/3 of the way full. I think that's what they call shrinkflation, where some companies are attempting to take advantage of the consumer. McDonald's, shame on you.
Yeah, not only did he only get a quarter, 3/4 of his ice cream, which they could have filled more. They used to remember when they crushed the cap down and the ice cream would go everywhere? Those cups with those caps used to be much, much bigger. Same on the McFlurries. The McFlurries, somebody did a video, I'll have to find it here and update it, where they showed the old McFlurry cup and the new McFlurry cup, and it was like that and that. It was crazy. So McDonald's, trifecta on that shrinkflation. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up with one more. This one's gonna pain me to do because I love Firehouse. If you've followed my channel, you know I don't like fast food that much. I like subs. I like Firehouse, Jersey Mike's, Jimmy John's. That's my thing, and this one's gonna pain me because it's straight from Firehouse, and I've noticed it because we have quite a few Firehouses around here, and it's gotten smaller, guys, much, much smaller. Check it out.
Let's cut to the point here. Shrinkflation is real, and it is happening all across America. Basically, the price of something stays the same, but the quantity does not. It shrinks. Take this size small sandwich that I got at Firehouse Subs just a couple of days ago. I'm still paying under $10 for the sandwich, but it is now a sandwich that is smaller than my freaking hand. You might as well label this a kid-sized sandwich at that. To be fair, the clerk did warn me, are you sure you want the small? It's really tiny. I said, yeah, I've had the small before. It was fine. Let me clarify. I have never had a sandwich this small, and I won't be back anytime soon.
See, that's the other problem that these stores have. Social media, there's a lot of ranting and people still go, but if you piss people off enough, they're not gonna go back. Like this guy, if I go in and I'm paying $8, $9, $10 for the smallest sandwich and you give me this little 2-bite, I'm gonna be hungry still and I'd be really upset. And if he had gotten the regular, which, you know, like that, whatever, it would have been $12 or $13. I'd rather pay the 12 or 13 for a solid size sandwich rather than the $8 he paid for what amounts to like 2 bites for me or 3 bites. That's ridiculous, and I'd be upset too, and you can bet I'm not gonna go back, or I'm gonna go back and say, hey, I got a problem with this. You need to take care of this. So that's shrinkflation in a nutshell in America. It's everywhere. It's in every product, every type, from fast food to sub sandwiches to your grocery store items to your food to your health and beauty. It's everywhere because companies are cutting costs, expenses are up, and companies have gotten absolutely out of their minds greedy. This is all greed. It's a trend across my channel and across a lot of other social media content. So let me know what you think. What's your example of shrinkflation? Put it down in the comment section below. As always, I will respond to as many as I can. I try to do my best. And I'm going to start featuring them as promised in November. We have 2 days left in October when I'm filming this, and I will start featuring comments on videos in my future videos starting in November. So make sure you leave one, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see everyone back here again tomorrow.